Fourth age of tourism, what's number 5?
Space travel.
Too soon. Too soon. Absolutely correct. The cruise line industry. Okay? Now, have you guys figured out yet, by the way, what is it that facilitates the next stage? What's the, the technology, but specifically what kind of technology? Travel technology. The travel technology. When there's a big advance in travel technology, it changes the way people vacation. So that's as simple as I can put it. Okay? You guys with me so far? All right. So, why is the 5th age of tourism so important? Well, a cruise ship is actually a floating resort. Before cruise ships, you went to the resort and you stayed stationary. Cruise ships now, the resort goes wherever you go, or you go wherever the resort goes, which is a lot of places. You know? Now, the cruise lines, and we're going to talk, I'm sure Dr. Kubichkova is going to cover the cruise line industry for you, so I'm just going to touch on it here and why it's important. Well, the first thing you need to know is that the cruise line industry has gone through the roof in growth. It has grown between 1970 and 2000, 800% growth. That's unheard of growth. That's like buying Apple when the first stock, at $1 and what it is today. The growth is unbelievable. And one person was responsible for that. Now, before this person came along, here's what cruise lines were like. First of all, none of you as college students would ever be caught on a cruise line because it was boring. It was geared towards senior citizens. If you went on a cruise back then, you had choices to do like sitting out by the pool, bingo, shuffleboard, right? And maybe the onboard entertainment would be like Elliot Goulet. And you guys don't even know who Elliot Goulet is, I'm sure, right? All right, anyways. My dear grandmother, she's passed on long ago, but she had one desire in life, and that was to go on a cruise in the 70s. And she did, and it was the highlight of her life, literally. She talked about it for years, about the unlimited Sunday buffet and the bingo and the shuffleboard. All right, pretty exciting, huh? You guys are down with that? Probably not. One person changed the perception of the cruise industry and changed it so much. Now, who's been on a cruise here? Yeah, look, at least half of you have been on a cruise, right? And it was pretty cool, right? Yeah, you got one person to thank. Who was it? I've been teaching this class for 15 years, and only one person has ever gotten this question correct. Will you be the next? Everyone else goes to Disney first, and that's kind of a good guess, but Disney is actually the Disney company is very late into the cruise line business, and Walt probably didn't know anything before he passed away in the 60s. Good guess? No. Over here, someone raised their hand. They were going to say Walt Disney too? Yes, sir.
Was it like somebody named Carnival? Because we're one of the first cruise lines.
Good answer.
You get a hint?
I'll give you a hint. This person never ever worked in the cruise line industry in their life. I know. Some hint, right?
Is it the president?
Nope, no president.
Is it a
Ooh, now you're getting a little bit warmer. This person was a mogul in the entertainment industry.
Warren Buffett?
Nope. Yeah, I've stumped the panel once again. All right. It's going to start coming easy because I'm going to start telling you some really good clues. This person passed away about 6 years ago, and if I were the cruise line industry, I would have given him the biggest funeral in the world because He changed the perception of cruise lines. You will know his name when I say it to you. You know who he is. He was in Hollywood. He produced shows that many of you grew up on. That usually does it.
Lover, the guy from Lover.
Nope, not Robin Williams. He produced. He wasn't a star. Right. He has a skanky daughter that was in some of his TV. Huh? No, not Paris Hilton. Well, skanky daughters out there, aren't they? Say it loud for everyone. Say it proud. You got it correct.
Spelling.
Right.
Aaron Spelling.
Aaron Spelling. Tori Spelling.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, she wasn't. She was like,
Do you guys know who Aaron Spelling is? You know who he is. Why do you know who he is? What did he produce?
Oh, I know him from his daughter.
Anybody watch Beverly Hills 90210? Oh my God, I'm getting so old. 4 years ago, everyone would have said, yeah, I watched that. Seventh Heaven? Seventh Heaven. Okay, this will get you all. He originated Charlie's Angels, the original Charlie's Angels TV show. Now, you guys know who Charlie's Angels are, right? We've got the new ones now, but he's the one that started them. Now, we're all adults here, so we can have like an adult conversation. The reason Aaron Spelling got his name on the map was Charlie's Angels was very provocative for its time. You had scantily clad women like running around and jiggling everywhere. And back then on TV that was, oh my God, she's jiggling. Turn that off, that's smut, right? But he figured out that's what 13-year-old boys wanted to watch, and I was glued to the TV set every week, watching Farrah Fawcett, Jacqueline Smith, and Kate Jackson, Farrah Fawcett, and Jacqueline Smith. Those are the only two I wanted to care about. Those are the only two I cared about anyways. The other one, Kate Jackson, okay. Anyways, so, I mean, Aaron Spelling produced all these shows. But his number one hit, believe it or not, was this stupid little show, 10 o'clock every Saturday night in the 70s, called the, go ahead.
Love Boat?
The Love Boat. Right? You've seen The Love Boat, right?
Yes.
It's flipping through the channels like at 3 o'clock in the morning, Nick at Night or something like that. The Love Boat will come on. You've seen The Love Boat. Right? You only need to see it once and you've seen every episode. Because it was the exact same episode every week. They just changed the stars. It was one of these, I forget what the concept is called, but basically where you have different stars every week. You had the regular cast, the captain, the cruise director, Gopher, Isaac the bartender, right, Isaac? Yeah, he's pretty cool. So, but then the new stars came on, and it basically, I can tell you, every episode ever produced by the Love Boat. First 10 minutes, everyone's getting on the boat, right? All the new people are getting on the boat, and you get their backstory. In the next 10 minutes, the guy and the girl eyes meet, and they fall in love instantly. Yeah, I know. They fall in love instantly, right? So the next 10 minutes are like them, you know, having a romantic dinner and getting to know each other and falling in love and just doing all the mushy stuff that, you know, people who first in love do. Then the next 15 minutes, a problem comes up that's going to keep them apart. Every episode, am I right? Every episode, it's the same thing. He's a senator and she used to be a stripper. And she doesn't want to marry him because she'll ruin his political career. This is in the 70s when, you know, marrying strippers was, you know, like, can't do that. But my favorite one, and this is just how totally schmaltzy, what's the word, saccharine, just so overly, oh my God, smarmy is the term I'm looking for. Everyone knows who Donny Osmond is, right? Donny Osmond was on there as one of the special guests. And he runs into his old sweetheart, you know, even before high school. And the backstory was he was blind and she could see. And they were in love as little kids. Well, now He can see, but she's blind. And he feels so guilty about being able to see, he doesn't believe that he can make it work. Okay? And so that's going to keep them apart. He feels guilty about being able to see, and she can't. And so the next 10 minutes, usually as the wise old captain comes and he solves everybody's problem, right? The guy's doesn't want to see the girl. He says, well, listen, she used to be a stripper, but that's who she used to be. And now she loves you, and all that doesn't matter. And of course the guy's like, you're right. It doesn't matter. I'm in love with her. Right? Or, it's okay that you can see and she can't now. You can be her eyes for the rest of your life. Right? Just really smart stuff. And in the last 5 minutes, everyone lives happily ever after, and they get off the boat and holding hands and go off into the sunset and live happily ever after, right? Nobody would believe that, right? That is so over the top, schmarmy. Schmarmy is the term? Saccharine sweet that no one would believe it, right? Wrong! They ate it up with a spoon. What was the message? If you go on a cruise, you can find your soulmate, you can find love, right? Nobody would believe that, right? 800% growth. Now all of a sudden, cruises weren't for old retired people. They were for single people looking for love. And it just took off from there. Now, obviously, we have family cruises now or whatever, but it really all started with Aaron Spelling, who changed the perception of cruises from being for old retired senior citizens to young people looking for love or whatever they're looking for. Right? So there you go. 5th age of tourism. Excellent.